Well, I'll tell you right now, you don't want to be fighting that thing at this stage in the game. I found out the hard way, as you'll probably see later on this video. Hello, I'm Bapited, and I'm here with a quick thoughts and review of what I thought of Dragon Age Inquisition. Um, I've played this game for probably about 20 hours or 15 to 20 hours anyway so far, and I thought I'd give my opinion on it as most reviews do. So, Dragon Age Inquisition, it is the third in the game in the Dragon Age series after Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. I played Dragon Age Origins for a bit, didn't really get into it that much, but I thought I could appreciate that it was quite a good game. Dragon Age 2 I completely missed and heard that it was a wee bit rubbish, so I didn't feel as though I'd missed out on a great game there. Dragon Age Inquisition, though, when I was watching videos, previews and that, really interested me. I thought it looked fantastic, which it does, as you can see. This is obviously on the PlayStation 4 and it runs very smoothly for the most part and really does look fantastic. The wilderness and the surroundings look great. The monsters look great, especially the dragons. And the special effects from the magic look fantastic as well. The sound effects are very good also. But what's really happened? Well, obviously story's quite a central thing to this game, and I'm not massively clued in on the lore. This does follow on from the first and second game, and if you haven't played the first two, you can create a story using the Keep, which is an online internet website where you can create the story from the first two games and import it into this game, which I did, and I'm pretty sure I decided that my first character was a dwarf and that he sided with the Templars, I think, from what I remember, but it is very complex. There's a big deep story into this, whereas this one, what happens is there is a explosion called the Fade, a rift in the sky, massive green rift that is allowing demons in the world. Massive explosion. You're the only one that survives, but you have this ability within your hand that is a curse, but also a blessing as well. It seems to be have negative effects on your character, but allows him to close these rifts. And so at first it's very, you're looked upon with very suspicious eyes. Basically, people think that maybe you caused the rift. Why are you still alive after the rift opened when everyone else is dead? So everyone is a wee bit suspicious and thinks you're to blame to begin with. But then people start to see the fact that you can close these rifts and you're doing it for good, using it to close them and stop the demons coming through. So they start to side with you and they think that you are humanity or Dwarven's only hope, which is kind of, save the world from the rift kind of thing. So yeah, if you want more story, pretty much every single item and pick up character in the game has a lore background to them, and you can go into the menu and you can read these cards which have the lore on the back, and you could spend, I'm not joking, like I've tried to read some of the lore, I've gone into the menus, but even reading what I have, and I'm only, like I say, 15 to 20 hours into the game, it would take me 5 or 6 hours to, read all this lore. It's pretty heavy on its story, which is both a good and a bad thing, depending on how invested you are in Dragon Age story. When it comes to gameplay, things personally I think aren't great. The movement is fine. You explore these beautiful looking worlds, which they really are beautiful, and there is tons to do. There are so many side quests that stop you basically from doing the story, and I think probably about 12 of my first 15 hours with the game have just been doing side quests. I mean, it really does drain the hours. You could sit there for 4 or 5 hours and you've done nothing to do with the story and you're still in the same area. It's that heavy with the side quests and exploration. The combat is one of the other big things to do with the game, and it is pretty poor in my opinion. It starts off very basic, just bash the button, bash the button, bash the button, and it doesn't really feel as though you're doing any damage. Enemies very rarely flinch, and even though the effects look great, it just feels a bit weak. It's just, it's like you're not doing anything. And I know it's an RPG and it's about stats and tactics, but you don't even really need to use the tactical camera, which is included in the console versions this time. The other big gameplay mechanic, as you can see here, is the Inquisition War Table. Now, this is where it gets quite interesting. You have 4 people from the Inquisition here that all have their opinions on what you should do and how you should go about bringing people onto your side to get these rifts closed. And you can send them on different missions to collect gold or convince people to side with you, and some of them will be better at others at certain things. So if you're trying to convince a group of soldiers, you'll want to send that chap there with the blonde hair because he is a soldier. He'd be better at bartering with them, or talking to them, than the mage or the lady that deals with currency. You get power as you complete side quests, and this power allows you to do the missions on the war table. Another thing is you get Inquisition Perks, which will allow you to unlock new steeds or new weapons. And basically, that's a very good part of the game, and I enjoy that. And I think it is only going to get deeper from there on. So, I really enjoy Dragon Age Inquisition. Even if you're not a fan of the first 2 games, I recommend that you at least try this one. It's massive. It's going to take you probably 60 to 100 hours. And I am nowhere near done. But yeah, it's very good. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.